Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Knights will put total leather and will get started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Miami's offense has the ball first today. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Got enough for the first down. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Now, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So the UCF Knights offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. There he goes. Open it up. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff to the single back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under fire. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wilson will throw. He's got the back in the middle. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20? They'll mark it at the 22. The Knights with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Goes to the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Knights decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going. Gashing the D on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Now on first down from the 28. Wilson to pass. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to throw on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Down coming up.
Here we go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll look it in inside his 40. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wilson will throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The hand to the running back. There he goes. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
He'll do it himself. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Miami 28, UCF 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Caught in the backfield, it's Ashley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wilson to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And they're able to get him down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Lee. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Knights will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Wants to go up top on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cade. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
UCF 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Let's go.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wilson will throw. Keeps it going. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They boot it away. He gets a block. And there he goes. They look at him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Runs for the tackle. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. And the Canes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him. Quick spin on the run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Wilson to pass. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. At the 45 on its way. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. He'll set up to throw. Good timing on the quick out. They'll immediately call timeout. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, running back gets to give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. What a disappointment. No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The Knights line up to punt it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an
breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Miami 49, UCF 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Throws to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it along the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stopped him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Knights are flying down the field. The give to the tailback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Knights trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll go to the ground. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go!
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Gets it out quickly, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. On his way back from the 20. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we... Fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Scanning the field, it's Mahan. Under fire. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Knights will punt this one away. Cradles it at the 35. Makes a move. Touchdown, Hurricane! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lee. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold on.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Mahan. Here's the pressure. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Knights decide to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few
There he goes. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Handoff from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
2nd down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Hurricanes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll ride the hot hand. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well.